morning, Math 8. I hope you guys had a good weekend. Thank you for those of you who took the time to fill out the survey. So just so you know, I did look at your results, and one of the suggestions was just a little video at the beginning of the week kind of explaining the protocols and things in place for that week. So I'm taking you up on that, and let me give you a little information about what's coming. So for these last couple weeks here at home, we are going to be doing a HyperDoc. So it is over solving equations, which is something we talked about earlier in the year. So rather than doing like a whole new unit in Math 8, what we're doing is doing some problems that are going to get you ready for Algebra 1, which is coming next year at the high school. So that course starts with solving equations. So we're going to kind of end this year with some solving equations work so that you're as prepared as you can be going into that. So we're going to start with the very basics, the one-step equations, work up to two-step, multi-step, variables on both sides, and then some word problems with that. So just like in the classroom, we are going to do it on a HyperDoc, so you're going to have some flexibility there with how many activities and what you're going to do in each category. It is set up slightly different, though, so I want to kind of take a minute to explain that setup to you, and then also how you're going to turn your work in for it. So what you'll notice when you pull up the at-home HyperDoc is that you have boxes that are different colors. So when I'm referring to a box, I'm referring to everything that's in the purple. So whether it's the guided practice, independent practice, or the quiz, that's what I am talking about there. So you'll notice you'll start with one-step equations. So my advice is to start with the independent practice activities. If you're good to go with that, then you can go ahead and take the quiz and move on to the next one. If after completing one of the activities you feel like you still need some more practice, you can do another one. And it'll still count as an activity, whether it's in the same box or not. So it's kind of up to you how you're feeling with it. So if you feel like you need to do another activity in that box, you can do that. Or you can choose to move on to the next one. The other thing that is there is if you start in the independent practice and you're finding that you don't remember how to do it or it's a little bit tough for you, you can go back to the guided activities. So what those will do is instead of just giving you problems to do, it'll take you through the steps of what you need to do to solve the problems. So you could do one of those to just kind of refresh your memory about how to solve these. And then if you're feeling comfortable, you can move back into the independent practice and then back into the quiz. So you don't need to do every activity in every box, and you are able to do more than one activity in a box and still have it count. So basically you're pacing yourself through this. Your activities, it doesn't, again, matter what box they come from. You just have to do 4 for this week. So when you're feeling comfortable, you're going to take the quiz and move to the next box. So let me move on to how we're going to turn these in. So I have created in Google Classroom a slides presentation, and I've made a copy for each one of you. So you should have a copy of a turn-in. It says, what does it say? Solving Equations HyperDoc turn-in page, and it is a slide presentation. So on the first slide, I want you to humor me a little bit. So it's been a long time since I've seen you guys in the classroom and since you got to see each other. So I just want you to post a picture of yourself there. You can just smile if you want. You can hold up a sign of encouragement to your classmates. And then I'm going to try to put those together into some kind of collage so we have something to end the year for each one of our classes. So it is something other people are going to see. So make sure you're not in your pajamas. So dress, shower, and then take a picture of yourself so I can share those out. Okay, if you look at the next slide, you're going to see an example of what that should look like. So I'm going to take you step by step through what you see there. So first of all, you're going to start with a blank slide, and it says insert the image here. So that's going to be where you're going to put your work. If you have a printer, you can print off the worksheets or print off the activities. Just hold them up to your camera and take a picture, and that totally works. If you don't have a printer, that's not a problem at all. You just need to do it on a piece of notebook paper. You're going to hold your piece of notebook paper up and have it printed, have it screenshotted. Anything that is digital, I still want to see the work for. So a lot of times you guys just show me that screen that says you have a 10 out of 10 or 5 out of 5. So that's good. I still want to see that. I want to see a screenshot of that. Make sure that I can see your name on that so that you're not just logged in as a guest, that I can see that you're the one that has completed that. So make sure you're logging in through using your Google. I think all of them allow you to do that except Delta Math. So Delta Math, you'll have to officially log in. So make sure that I can see your name and your screenshot of what you've completed, and you still need to turn in work for those assignments. So just because it's digital, if it's a quizzes or a Delta Math, I still want you writing out the problems. I still want you showing me step-by-step work for each one of those, but then you'll submit both. You'll submit the screenshot showing me that it's completed, and you'll submit your work. Make sure you're filling in the box with all the information of what you did. So just title it exactly like it's titled on the HyperDoc. And you'll do one for each activity you do. So again, it's not important which activities you're doing, as long as you're going at a pace that's comfortable for you. If it feels like it's boring and too easy, then you need to do one, move on to the next. If it feels like it's a little bit of a struggle, you can go back to the guided practice. You can do as many of those activities that you want to before taking the quiz. But on each slide you're going to submit, so if you scroll through the slides, you'll see you'll have activity 1 that you're going to fill in, then activity 2, activity 3, and activity 4. I hope that helps clarify. If you guys have any questions for me, please reach out. I'm more than happy to still do Google Meets with you, so if you want to sign up for a time, I will be posting that here shortly for you to be able to sign up this week and get some help from me. Or I've also, this was from your suggestion, so again, I did read those, I did take those seriously. I am also providing 2 times a week for some live notes, so thanks for those of you that came last week. It was good to see you and talk to you. And for those of you that haven't, if you're thinking about it, come join us. Even if you don't want to stay long, you can come say hi, do a problem or 2, and then go on to whatever you're doing the rest of your day. So those times are posted on the agenda, so make sure you check that out. Another thing I want to make sure that you know is out there is that weekly template. So I know that it's hard to organize everything from me and Mr. Dresch and Mrs. Bishop and Mrs. Good. So what we did is, as a team, we put together all of our assignments all in one place for you. So if you haven't checked out that schedule, it is on my agenda. It is also posted on the Team Infinity Classroom. You can get on and check those out, and it gives you a place where all of our activities and all of our assignments for the week are there. So the only thing you would have to do is, if you're cross-team, you'd have to replace one of us with whatever teacher you have, and you need to fill in your electives, any other coursework that you have that you need to be doing for that. So again, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope everyone's staying healthy. You guys are doing a great job staying up on your work. I'm going to send out some emails to those of you that have missing assignments today. So if you know you're in that boat, try to get those into me as soon as you can. But I hope everyone's doing well, and have a good week. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye, guys.